So this urn is a very fancy object, high culture, special, symbolic, the kind of things that you use for special occasions or if you're a wealthy person wanting to show your taste. But what's really interesting about it, it was made by a man called George Boyd, who came here in 1851, set up a pottery that actually made things like sewage pipes, fire bricks, tiles, stuff that wasn't very special, wasn't really ornamental and amazing, not the kind of thing that rich Aucklanders would want to showcase to their friends when they came to visit them. So this urn is not actually a Newton pottery original. Somehow Boyd managed to get hold of the moulds for an urn that was originally produced by the Garnkirk pottery factory in Scotland. We don't know how that happened, but he brought the moulds back here and then he started producing this urn for a local audience of, sophisticated Aucklanders who wanted an urn for their garden. We know that he made it because it's got his mark on the bottom. And what he's done is he's produced it with the mould, he's bisque fired it, which means it's fired once. Often when pottery is made, it's bisque fired and then it's put the glaze on and then you fire it again. This has just been fired once and then it's been painted so it looks like stone. So it looks a little bit more flash rather than something made of ceramic. So this urn was actually originally known as the Vase of All Nations, and it was first shown by the Garnkirk factory in 1851 at the Great Exhibition in London, which was this really important display of industry and commerce and culture. And what it shows is a young Queen Victoria sitting on her throne holding her orb and her sceptre, the signs of her royal status, and all around her in a big frieze that moves around the urn are people of all nations, people representing Africa, America and Asia who are bringing her gifts. And as if we don't, see enough of the glory of all of this, the handles of the urn are angels, which is to show that God blesses what is happening. What I find really amazing about this urn by the Boyd Potteries is what it would have meant for someone, a wealthy Aucklander, to buy one of these with Queen Victoria and her empire shown on it and put it in their garden in Auckland in the 19th century. What was that saying about how they thought of themselves and how they thought about their relationship to home, to Britain, and to the new place in which they were living? There's also another ceramic urn in the Auckland Museum collection based on the Medici vase, which is a very famous marble vase made for Romans in the 1st century AD. If you want to find out more about that, have a look on collections online. For more information, follow the links in the description below.